Mr. Chairman, a number of our colleagues have mentioned why we're here today. I want to remind my colleagues of three of many individuals who have brought us here today to this point. Alex Preddy, Renee Nicole Good, Narul Amin Shah Alam. They are why we are here today. There needs to be accountability at ICE. There needs to be reforms, and we need to create trust in our government agencies once and for all. I want to be crystal clear with our witnesses today that Democrats want to see each of your agencies fully funded. As a matter of fact, aside from the deal that was rejected by President Trump and ultimately Senate Republicans who are doing his bidding, Democrats have put forward a House plan, a petition on the floor that not only have I and hundreds of my colleagues already signed that forces a vote to fund all of your agencies in full. I've signed that discharge petition. I co-sponsor that bill. And we need to make sure that our TSOs are being paid and all of these agencies are fully funded once and for all. But I want to turn to FEMA issues because this is the first time the committee has seen a FEMA witness this Congress. I understand we were supposed to have the head of FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery, Mr. Greg Phillips, to testify here today. I'm really disappointed that he's not here. I do appreciate you being here, Ms. Barton. I wanted to ask Mr. Phillips, along with my colleagues, about his election conspiracy theories, about his violent statements about former President Biden, or his deeply troubling, bigoted comments about immigrants, all of which, to me, makes him wholly disqualified to hold his position on its own, but all only to be outdone by his claims of being teleported to a Waffle House. It sounds to me that Mr. Phillips is wildly unfit for his role as head of FEMA Response and Recovery, and I look forward to seeing him here before this committee in person. And so, Ms. Barton, while a shutdown in many ways can put FEMA in a bind, FEMA's not been effectively up and running since this president was inaugurated on January 20th of last year. In February, Mr. Phillips testified before the House Appropriations Committee the following, quote, "A lapse in appropriations would result in the furlough of many FEMA employees, limiting the agency's ability to coordinate effectively and affecting disaster relief outcomes." Ms. Barton, your testimony today largely made the same argument that letting go of FEMA staff ties the agency's hands. How many employees does FEMA have at this moment?
Hi, Mr. Congressman. We have, if you count the core staff, which is part of our team funded through the Disaster Relief Fund, it's about 10,000 people. And it gets to about 20,000 people is our full accounted for staff.
I'd like a specific number. I've heard 17.5 from you earlier today. I've heard one of my colleagues say 22,000. We need a number, especially given the fact that 2,000 personnel have left since last year. How many staff have been fired from FEMA or have left the agency?
Yes, Congressman, I can follow up with your team and get you those numbers.
And is your agency still moving forward with plans to cut the FEMA workforce in half?
I'm not familiar with any current guidance as far as cutting the workforce by any sort of percentage. I do know that we have a new secretary who's been confirmed and sworn in, and we're looking forward to working with him.
So it was reported in December of this past year that there were plans to cut the FEMA workforce in half. It's also been reported that the Trump administration has called for an entire FEMA disestablishment. The fact that FEMA should be totally done away with, which I absolutely disagree with, and I believe the American people disagree with as well, especially the states who are most impacted by catastrophic storms. Would you generally agree, yes or no, that having fewer employees to respond to disasters means a weaker federal response?
The men and women of FEMA that I work with every day have been unwavering. We're over 70 days when you combine all the disaster, all the lapse days together. It's been extremely impactful, and it's not sustainable. We are days away from hurricane season starting. Just this weekend, we had flash flooding in Hawaii. We have tornadoes happening. We have fires raging. This is a 24/7 operation, and this is really impacting our folks, and that's what I can tell you today.
Mr. Chairman, I'm out of time, but if I could just consent to submit into the record a GAO report titled FEMA Staffing Shortages Could Mean Disaster for Future Response Efforts.
Without objection.
I yield back. Thank you.
Gentleman yields back. I now recognize the gentleman.